Because if I talk to like Chris Cuomo, his narrative is, yeah, you were a piece of shit, Ray. You tried to do this to a family who had morals and values, and you did wrong, and that they overcame what you did, and they won, and you're a piece of shit. Well, you're the bad guy.
It's not my narrative, but it's for the longest it was painted as you being the direct person that released the tapes.
We said the same thing.
Correct.
Without their consent.
Were you?
Absolutely not. It doesn't even, it doesn't work like that.
Who released the tapes then? If you didn't do it, did Kim do it?
We all did it together.
It don't work like that.
It does work like that. Kris Jenner did the deal. Kim and I both signed 12.5% together. Her handwriting is on my contract. Her handwriting is on my addendum.
What contract are we talking about? Are we talking about the 2023?
The 23 is, so they're suing me because they felt I defamed them because I'm telling the truth.
So, in lack of a better term, the 2023 document was hush money, so to speak.
If you want to put it like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're talking about...
So the 2023, once we signed and we all did the deal, we were never supposed to talk about the sex tape ever again.
Ever.
It was done. Signed on the dotted line. We all met together. Money was paid. Money was still being paid. Money's still being paid. Money's still owed. But you breached the contract. It's still up on Hulu. You keep dropping more gems about the tape and breaching the contract. And so now you're suing me. And you want everything to be sealed in this defamation suit, but the judge just said, no, we're denying that. We want to see all of it.
And how about this? Ray J claims that he is working with federal authorities on a case against Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner. He is saying it is about to drop, and I'm not even kidding you, he is saying it is worse than Diddy. Yeah. So I don't know. Will it happen? What is an RICO case? Is that a racketeering?
RICO.
So that's racketeering, right?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
I wouldn't put too much weight into that story.
Okay.
Ray J's an interesting fella.
Yeah.
Ray J's not suing. Ray J said that there's a RICO case against them while he's drinking, apparently, allegedly.
Let me reframe this. The Kardashians are suing Ray J because he's defaming them over some RICO accusation. Let me tell you something, buddy. I'm going to defend Kim K on this one. And I haven't hung out with them in over a decade. And my buddy Kris married her. I was in the wedding, the whole deal. Ray J has not been relevant in 2 decades. And what he's trying to do, and this is according to the accusation, attach himself to the plaintiffs' names, the Kardashians, to exploit their prominence for personal gain. And that's exactly what he's doing.
You see what this family, the Kardashians, have been able to do. You look at Kim, who's a billionaire. You look at the younger sister, Kylie. She's
love what Kylie's doing. Amazing.
Close to a billionaire, if not a billionaire. All the family.
For sure, be. For Kendall, and I love what Kendall's doing, and Kylie.
How different are their lives minus this tape?
That's a crazy question, man.
Because we know who their father is, because he was one of the lead attorneys on OJ. Rest his soul.
Rest OJ too. Damn, that nigga just died. Rest in peace, OJ.
For nearly 20 years, the world believed it knew the truth about the Kardashian rise to fame. A leaked tape, a broken relationship, and a young Kim Kardashian supposedly victimized by the man she trusted. But now, Ray J is claiming the story the public was sold was never the real story at all. According to Ray J, this wasn't revenge porn. It wasn't a betrayal. It was strategy, and at the center of it all, Kris Jenner. In one explosive interview, Ray J accused the Kardashian family of lying for years, manipulating the narrative, breaching legal agreements, and turning him into the villain while building a billion-dollar empire. He even claimed there were 3 tapes and that Kris Jenner personally watched them and helped orchestrate the release. These allegations are shocking, controversial, and potentially career-damaging. But the bigger question is this: why is Ray J speaking now, in what exactly is happening behind the scenes in this new legal war.
The family that you just mentioned.
Kardashians.
So we did a settlement agreement. And without saying too much, money was paid. They were supposed to put out press to say, hey, we're finally closing this matter. They had their quote. I had my quote. We're ready to go. It never happened. Contracts were breached. Episodes are still up. We were never supposed to mention the sex tape ever again. This is in 2023. This is not 2004. This is right now, leading up till today. And for me, I got a son and a daughter. And to make me out to be the revenge porn guy who you overcame the stress and you know, I did this to you and then you guys battled through it and you won and it was a horrible time in your life, you know, that's a false narrative. And for me, you know, it's really not about the money. It's really about the truth moving forward for my kids and for my family and for their legacy, right? I don't really, I'm not tripping off legacy. It's truth, it's good and bad. It's horrible things people can do to somebody. And then there's the reality of all of us being together and all of us taking accountability for fucking the game and twisting these stories and becoming successful. When it became, you're the one who did this to us, it was a problem for me.
That's what they said to you.
I love it when an old story that we all have known for quite some time resurfaces and it's like brand new news. Do you remember when Sonia Norwood, the mother of Brandy and Ray J, once sued the Kardashians for allegedly charging $120,000 on their credit card? So I know a lot of you probably remember the Kim K and Ray J connection they once dated, but also Kim K used to work for Brandy. So Sonia Norwood, who I don't play with, accused the Kardashians, including Kourtney, Khloe, Kim, and Rob Kardashian, of charging $120,000 on her American Express card, allegedly unauthorized purchases at multiple stores, including Dash and Smooch, which were owned by the Kardashians. But because of Sonia's kids' personal relationship with the Kardashians, she decided not to file criminal charges. The case was ultimately dismissed and settled back in 2009. Do you guys remember this story? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
To understand why this story exploded again in 2026, we have to go back to the early 2000s. At the time, Kim Kardashian was mostly known as Paris Hilton's stylist and close friend. Paris had already become one of the internet's first viral celebrities after her own infamous tape scandal. Around that same time, Kim was dating Ray J, singer, actor, and younger brother of R&B superstar Brandy. Then, in 2007, everything changed. An intimate tape involving Kim Kardashian and Ray J suddenly surfaced online. The scandal instantly dominated celebrity media. Kim denied involvement in any release strategy and eventually sued Vivid Entertainment before later settling. Shortly after the controversy exploded, Keeping Up with the Kardashians premiered. The rest became pop culture history. Kim Kardashian transformed from celebrity assistant into one of the most recognizable women on Earth. But for years, one narrative stayed consistent. Ray J was portrayed as the man who leaked the tape. And according to him, that narrative destroyed his reputation permanently.
Okay.
And they always make me look really bad.
Yeah. So for everybody's understanding, we think we seen a sex tape. How many sex tapes exist?
3.
How many did the public see?
I think 1.
And you're saying Kris Jenner was a part of all 3 in some capacity, with knowing that this was happening.
She made us do it. She made us shoot them, bro. She watched them. I had the first one that was long time ago. She made us do more, bro. She made us do more, and she watched us, and she watched it.
So Kris Jenner was in the room while you were having sex with Kim?
No.
Okay, so...
Because then at that point, I was young and naive. So when she sent us to Santa Barbara to do it, at that point, I was like, it's just weird, but, and I hate to say it because I was super dumb and I was super naive and I was young. I was like, man, I think I'm gonna fuck her mama too, because why does she want us to keep doing, you know, as a young man, I'm like 22 or 20, like, you know, I'm like, I think that they wanna, it's awkward. Now to have kids is disgusting. But back then, 20 years ago, you know, you don't think the way you think now. And it's sad to do that to us. So I've said it before, and they've tried to muffle me and pay me and do all of this other stuff. And they've attempted to, they've given me money. They tried to bully me and intimidate me through this process, and now we're in court. And I think, you know, in the long run, I think the truth always comes to light. That's what they said. That's if you have faith and you have belief in the right thing, then eventually the truth will come to light.
My brother, add me and Reggie, right? It's like
Reggie Bush?
Yes.
Jesus, y'all going too far. But let's go.
No, I'm saying, but it shows you that Kim has a type.
Every time you say something deep, look.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah. But so it shows you that she has a type, right? We're the person, right, at that time where, okay, we're gonna take this, like we're gonna take the sex tape from Ray J. We're gonna take the credibility. We're gonna take his red hat and flip that to getting Alice Johnson out of jail. And I'll take some Balenciaga and some kids while we at it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so $1 billion while I'm at it. And now I'm on to this. But the only problem with Kim is that there is no this after this in this situation. But I feel just as used as Ray J. So Ray J gave this to me in confidence, but I was taking the tape, like I used my whole.
One of Ray J's most controversial claims involves strategy. According to him, the Kardashian camp allegedly saw what happened with Paris Hilton and understood exactly how scandal could generate publicity in the new internet era. Ray J openly admitted he believed the tape would increase Kim's visibility, but he insists the release was never a secret attack against Kim. Instead, he claims all parties involved understood the marketing power behind it. These allegations have never been confirmed by the Kardashian family, and publicly, Kim Kardashian has consistently maintained that the experience was humiliating and painful. But Ray J says the public story and the private reality are completely different.
Pause.
Kris Jenner orchestrated the whole sex tape thing.
1,000%.
Say less.
1,000%.
Do you think this happens because the Kardashians saw the success of Paris Hilton's sex tape?
That was the strategy. That's my strategy. That's what I told her how it was gonna work. If you do this now, it's gonna pop for you. That's me being a strategic marketer. I seen the vision.
A sex tape though?
So Paris and Kim are best friends. She's getting pub. She already has an old one. Paris is killing it. Drop it now. Whether your relationship or whatever is over, it doesn't matter. You can take over. Right then, it's out of my hands. My mom's gonna get involved. She has it from here. Done. I didn't know Steve Hirsch. I didn't know Joe Francis. I can get Joe Francis on the phone. He's the one that connected everybody. Girls Gone Wild. I didn't know him before Kris introduced us to all of them. And again, if I told you we saw aliens yesterday, you wouldn't believe me. That's what this kind of story is. That's how vivid this is, slow to speak. It's a very uncomfortable story, but it's real, man. And it's real in this industry of how people with money can make you believe anything.
The Kardashians versus Ray J just went from reality TV drama to federal lawsuit. And Kris Jenner has had enough of Ray J terrorizing Kim. Let's go over everything because Kris Jenner just filed her first ever defamation lawsuit. And you guys know all the smack people talk about the Kardashians, the fact that this is the first time they've ever actually filed, and it's against Ray J. These two dated on and off for 3 years and broke up in 2006. And then the tape was released in 2007, which was a major storyline on the first season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And as history seems to repeat itself, the tape was a storyline on the first season of The Kardashians on Hulu, where Saint accidentally found a Roblox ad that was claiming there was new footage or a new tape, which led Kim Kardashian to have an obvious breakdown because Ray J's team was claiming there was more footage. And the reason I'm bringing this part up is because this whole lawsuit started because Ray J was saying that the Kardashians were going to be investigated and tried for a RICO case, and said what they did was way worse than P. Diddy, which Kris Jenner responded to that comment saying that that is a horrific lie to even accuse Kim and Kris of doing something like that. Kim has already stated that she's had to have enough tough conversations with her children about the lies that Ray J has been spreading, and is now worried that because of the lies, she doesn't want this to affect her becoming an attorney because the California bar does investigate and do a thorough background check before someone can become an attorney. Ray J countersued their defamation lawsuit because he says that Kim and Kris broke the settlement they made to not bring up the tape. But Ray J's the one that brought up the tape and why it was talked about on the show. We remember Kanye West coming in to save the day and get the laptop from Ray J. And Ray J has been trolling Kim for years, literally writing a song back in 2013, I Hit It First, with a pixelated picture of Kim. Now, this is obviously an ongoing lawsuit, and I'm sure half of the internet is Team Ray J and half of the internet, the right side, is Team Kardashian. But when will Ray J just drop it? I don't think he can. 20 years of using Kim for clout with a K.
Ray J didn't stop at the tape allegations. He also brought back one of the oldest Kardashian controversies ever discussed online, the Brandy credit card scandal. Years ago, reports surfaced claiming Kim Kardashian and Khloe Kardashian faced accusations involving unauthorized purchases on cards connected to Brandy and Ray J's family. According to old reports, the matter was settled privately. But during the interview, Ray J reignited the entire issue. He accused the family of financially exploiting people close to him while simultaneously portraying themselves as victims publicly. These claims are explosive, emotional, and deeply personal, especially because Ray J repeatedly framed the situation as an attack not just on him, but on his entire family legacy.
Contract. That's way before this new shit that's happening. Bottom line is, like, it's so confusing to the listener. It's so confusing to the person seeing it. And what I want to say is that I don't want to be the person looked at like I'm trying to keep this shit alive. I'm tired of this shit. I want to move on with my life. They're the ones who keep this shit open and keep poking the bear and keep trying to take everything from me and keep trying to make me into this bad person and then try to drain all my money out of my account because they got 5 or 6 lawyers on all of these cases right now and trying to end me and think that we can't survive. So I spent all my money on the best lawyers too. I got the best lawyers just like them. Howard King is better than Alex Spiro, whatever the fuck his name is. But I called him personally and I said, bro, I have the truth, bro. You're fucking in muddy waters. You're playing around in some shit that you don't want to be playing around with. For your career, I hit him personally because it's personal to me. But
don't you have a lawyer for that, though?
I do, but I wanted him to understand that I'm for real. I don't know if you're being lied to, but this is real. And so it's been a challenge. And the 2023 settlement has nothing to do with the 2005 deal. This is a new deal, and they breached, and now they're suing me for defaming them for telling the truth, and it's not okay. But I just want people to understand, it's not me. They're lingering this shit on. All they gotta do is tell the truth, or we're done.
So.
But listen, he dropped those bombs with no receipts. No proof, just pure drama. Like, how do you get away with saying things like this? Well, I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie, he might have a little case with Kris because I done heard some things. I'm just saying.
Oh my!
The way she done pimped out her entire family. Say I'm wrong.
You think she's pimped
The
out,
way
or
she
she's
pimped-
been an agent? She's
the
been
way
a manager to move her.
No, the way she's pimped out her entire family. Please.
She just made sure they're all.
Who released that tape? It wasn't Ray J.
Well, okay. Let me sit my teeth.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
Ray J has never been somebody. Nobody wants to say it?
Oh, I thought you had more to say.
Don't give him too much now. He was
Ray J-
somebody.
No, I do.
He was somebody when that tape dropped. Now, don't let him.
And now, if you don't know this,
accolades on one
anytime
week.
his hype dies down, you do something to bring it back. So your first thing was, sweetheart, you are not in the same place as Kim. Not because of their whole lifestyle, okay? Their lifestyle's their lifestyle. So he's on Kai Cenat's live stream doing weird stuff.
The reason this interview exploded online isn't just because of celebrity gossip. It's because audiences are increasingly questioning how fame is manufactured in Hollywood. For years, the Kardashians have been viewed as masters of publicity and branding. But now, Ray J is attempting to rewrite one of the foundational stories behind that empire. Social media reactions have been divided. Some people believe Ray J is finally exposing truths he's kept buried for decades. Others argue he's reopening old wounds for attention. But whether people believe him or not, one thing is undeniable. The internet is paying attention again.
So forget just the regular damages. You're talking punitive damages. You're talking somebody who knew that this was coming out. The whole fucking contract is void. That's why I started going hard. And now I'm defaming y'all? Fuck out of here. You wanted the judge to not know about the settlement. You just wanted them to know about what I said. And so the judge said, no, I'm denying that shit. I want to see it all.
So for clarity, you're the victim.
I'm a victim. I'm a victim. And I tried to give KK some kind of victim too, because I felt like there's something in there that victimizes her through the people who have the knowledge, who put us through it. But the loyalty behind their regime makes her equal to Kris. When deep down, I feel like she's been a little bit victimized too, a little bit, until she stood by it and stood on it with the loyalty of the KK regime. And so, you know, it's like a federation, you know? So, you know, and it's gonna take so much longer. We're talking 2027, 2028, 2029. That's how much you can try to push it back when you got money. That's another 5, 6 million I gotta pay. 7, 8. I gotta go get 7, 8, 9, 10. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool.
Do you think that Kim has been exploited by her mother? Is that what you mean, the victimization of Kim?
There's just something inside that doesn't move me right. But again, the loyalty and the jankiness behind what they're doing now, it hurts. It's suicidal thoughts come into play because there's no way they can get away with it.
Beneath all the headlines, this story touches something much bigger: power, image, narrative control. Ray J repeatedly claimed that wealthy Hollywood figures can shape public perception however they want, while smaller players become scapegoats. He says he became the villain in a story that was carefully engineered behind closed doors. And now, after nearly 20 years, he's refusing to stay silent anymore. Whether his claims are ultimately proven or disproven in court, this interview has already reopened one of Hollywood's most infamous scandals. And if sealed documents become public, the story may only get darker from here.
Now, just so we're on the same page, you said they stole from you, or they stole from your sister, they stole from your mom. You're using that as an example because of the lawyer fees attached to this, or?
They stole 800 grand It was like $600,000 to $800,000 off my mom's credit card and Brandy's credit card.
To do what?
They stole it. So Kim and Chloe was my sister's assistants. Kim was doing closets. They didn't have any money. All that's a lie. They worked for Brandy. Brandy said, go shopping for me. They swipe the card and get Brandy 3 or 4 Jimmy Choo shoes or whatever, or clothes, whatever, and then they'll get themselves like 4 or 5 shoes too. Over and over for months and months and months until it ran up to like almost $1 million. Then my mom gave them the card. My mom don't spend money. My mom is very frugal. They spent like 100 bands on her card running it up, and that's how she found it.
Still fashion?
On all kind of shit, bro. They had my mom's credit card. They thought my mom spent like Brandy spent. And stole all their money, bro. They got caught. They had to pay it back. It's in court. They had to pay it back. It's just Brandy is a good person, and I guess she was in a situation where she couldn't speak on it, so they got away with it. They paid the money back, or they paid majority. I don't know. They got caught. It's court documents. You stole almost $1 million from my family. At the same time, you pointed the finger at me and said, I'm the bad guy. You did this to us. A family with morals and values, and bitch, suck my dick. Oh, my bad. You already did that.
Ray J says he wants closure. The Kardashians have not publicly responded in detail to many of these latest claims. But with legal battles still active and public interest growing again, this story is far from over. Was Ray J unfairly painted as the villain? Or is this simply another chapter in one of Hollywood's most controversial celebrity feuds? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And if you want more deep Hollywood investigations, celebrity scandals, and untold industry stories, subscribe now and turn notifications on, because the next revelation could drop at any moment.
That the Kardashians owe you for their success in some way?
I don't think so. There's no way. There's no way for me.
Before this, now granted, rest in peace to Rob Kardashian, or the father.
I went to the funeral with them. I was in the car with them. I went to the funeral. I was in the car with the family. That's how close we all were. This isn't like some wham bam thank you ma'am. Like I was with her. Regardless, rest in peace. That's the narrative. So when people go, your dick did this, nah. Strategy and strategic planning from the higher power ups that know what they're doing. Like the mom. That's how they built the business, not me. I was just a tool on the board. I was just a piece. I can't take that credit. It wasn't me.
But no one knew Kim before that happened.
But in order to build $1 billion business, you have to have strategic planning.
Facts.
And you have to have years of planning. So you have to pre-plan for at least 2 or 3 years. So you can make notes and then you can alter the schedule as it grows. But here's our 3-year plan. I was just a dick. Getting sucked. I've seen her in the mediations and what it is now was not what it was then. And again, I don't want to talk bad about anybody. I'm exhausted. I want it to stop today. All you gotta do is just tell the truth.
But you can never go back to Kim.
And do what?
Be in a relationship.
I mean, that's loud.
That's heavy.
That's loud.
But I have to ask the question.
I mean, I'm still married.
What?
I'm still married.
But you're going through a divorce.
But I still love Princess.
Did you ever love Kim?
Love her? I love her. My sister wanted me to love her.